single Friday
Yep.
at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. Whether you're on Facebook or whether you're jumping in on YouTube, we are here with 8% Club every Friday at 2. We kind of do this thing every week at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird how that works.
It's kind of funny.
Well, and what this show, my goal for the show is, and we've talked about this, we want to give you something that you can take and use. I don't want to spit out, 99% of the time, blah, blah. I don't want to give you stats. I don't want to give you figures.
Yeah.
I want to give you something
Because you would have been making them up if you did.
Yeah, 74% of stats are made up. Here's the thing, though. I want to give you something you can write down. So get you a notepad, get you a pen and paper. We're going to give you some stuff to write down and use.
And listen, Linda,
listen, Linda, listen. Here's the thing.
That's your thing. Here's the thing.
What is it about, today we're going to talk about retaining clients, but we want to give you a way to be remembered, okay? How many insurance agents are there in the market? I mean, even in just our town,
let's just say in Springfield, Missouri, there's probably
got to be 5,000.
Probably.
5,000 agents.
Good to me.
74% of statistics.
Probably more.
Here's the thing, though. What makes you stand out? Why would somebody remember you? Think about things that you remember.
What do my clients remember me from 8 years ago?
Exactly. Here's the thing. Again, we're giving away it's like a drinking game. You got to take a shot every time I say, here's the thing. You won't make it to the end of the show, I promise you that. When I was a kid, 1993, I went to a retreat, like a camp.
So he's lying.
A dude told, no, I'm not kidding. I was 15 years old. A dude told a joke. A guy walks into have you heard the one about the dog that walks into the bar? Three-legged dog walks into a bar and says, I'm looking for the guy that shot my paw. Not that funny of a joke. It's a great dad joke, but here's the thing. I remember that to this day.
Yeah, he was memorable.
There was something about it that just, I remember the guy that told it. I remember everybody thought it was hilarious, and he told it like every day of the conference, so I don't know why. But
that's why we are discussing this right now, is because there's so many agents out there.
Right.
The market is only going to get bigger. There's only going to be more agents.
Yeah.
But I've heard there's less than there used to be. Maybe that's true. But you need to be remembered. Like for advertising, marketing.
Yeah.
You have to stay top of mind. The newsletter every month through the mail that I used to do, that kept me top of mind. It was also consistent. I think most people forget the second part. You can be memorable, you can do something, but are you consistent with it? That's why most people respect our brand, Secure Agent Mentor, so much, is everyone can do content, but we do it so often and so consistent.
You have to be consistent. Think about things, though, that you remember. We were talking about that joke. We talked about, before the show, we were talking about The Office.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite episodes, the dude has to do jazz hands, right?
Yeah.
You remember certain things. There's things that triggers you, and you say, oh, yeah. I mean, think about movies. I can walk by and say, I can stick my head up a bull, and immediately everybody's thinking Tommy Boy. There are just things. So what is it that makes you memorable? We're going to give you 4 or 5 things today that you can do that can make you memorable. A newsletter is a great start. However, you have to, okay, let's talk about a newsletter.
Okay.
90% of newsletters are going to get done with this.
Yes.
I check my mail. This is no lie. My mailbox is here. My trash can sits here. I get the mail out of the mailbox. I walk over to the trash can. I flip it open, and I do this. You know what I mean? I check. I know what I want to keep, and I just boom, boom, boom.
Is that kind of a normal thing to just to literally go through the mail over the trash? Because
I don't know if other people do it.
Even people do it inside too.
Yeah.
Lauren does the same thing.
So what's the what makes you go from here to, okay, this is going inside?
Yeah.
I
think it's something that pertains to you, some value, something that's actually useful. Like a recipe. I had there's a lot of Medicare agents out there. They're like, hey, dude, I want to be memorable. I want Medicare prospects to remember me. When I sell a Medicare policy, I want them to be my customer for life because you get renewals on Medicare policies forever. Right. Well, that's a perfect way to do that.
Yeah.
To stay memorable, but there's got to be something useful, valuable, something they're going to remember. It's consistent because
unique.
They may throw away the first one. By the time they get 6 in a row, dude, you're going to get their attention.
And my goal is not just to get them a newsletter that they read and say, okay, that's interesting. Yeah. My goal is to get them to get a newsletter and to call Bob and say, man,
Right.
I just read this article in this newsletter from my insurance agent.
Completely.
You're not going to believe this. You know.
Or when I sent 60 out in a row for 5 years straight to some clients, by the 5th year, when someone thinks about insurance, or when Ruth, their neighbor, says, "Hey, who's your Medicare with?"
Yeah.
Dude, don't you think they may remember?
Right.
They may not remember the name, but they're like, I've got 60 of his newsletters sitting in my, on my fridge.
How often throughout the year should a person touch their clients?
There's specific stats on this. If you go to conferences and events, there's financial advisors where they want to touch their A clients at least 12 times a year, and they classify people as like A, B, C, and D. I'm not big on like saying, hey, you're an A client. No, you're a D client. Now, if you talk to me, if you're nicer to me and you make me cookies, maybe you'll become a C client. Like, I don't agree with all that, but I would say I like to treat everyone like an A client.
Right.
Number one. And I think you got to have at least a dozen touches.
Okay.
Because you think about it, all the TV, all the mail.
Right.
They get
Alex Trebek's
we get like 1,000 pieces of mail a month.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't check it, so maybe I'm off. I don't know, but I know it's a lot.
I'll be honest. Is it fair to say, unless you have a newsletter that is outstanding, a newsletter's not enough? I'll tell you
No,
this,
I agree with that.
a birthday card is not enough.
No.
It's not enough.
You used to send $1.
We did, yeah. One thing that we used to do, steal this if you want to. I stole it from somebody.
It's pretty good.
I used to take, for my birthday cards, I had a letter that said in 1962 a shirt cost this. A coat costs this.
5
this.
cents. Yeah, gas
I would
was
love to give you all of this
32
stuff. However, I will give you $1, so go have a Coke on me. And I got phone calls on that saying, "Hey, thank you for the $1." I mean, it cost me $1.
It's weird too.
Maybe
it's like
it's
weird. It's a $1.
Yeah,
but it's memorable
Yeah.
because it's like no one else is sending them $1, and it's less about sending them $1. It's less about the monetary value. It's more about the thought and the creativity behind it. You want to stay top of mind. You want to be memorable. You want to improve client retention. I think another big step is a lot of agents, rather than trying to when they sell someone, they get the app and they run out the door. Mm-hmm. I encourage agents to spend 5-10 minutes in a cool down wrap up period, step 4 of my 4-step appointment process, to actually get to know them, solidify a relationship.
I like to, if you're a local agent, you need to be not only going and selling the policy locally, you need to be delivering the policy as well. And that's a very important part of the sales process. One, that's the time to ask for referrals in my book.
Cross-sell.
But also, one thing I used to do, if I went to a house and sold a policy and they had a dog or cat, when I go back to deliver the policy, I'm taking dog treats. I'm taking cat treats, something. Because think about it, especially seniors, they love their animals.
As an agent, life happens. We get in a rush. We get busy. We end up selling policies. But we never take time to think about being creative, doing something unique like that. Like I don't even like pets, but like I barely like mine. And like but if it helps me have a better relationship with my client, and if they're more likely to keep me as their agent over the next dude that can come and maybe save them $3 down the road.
Exactly.
If you have that relationship, they don't care about the $100 that dude saved them a year. It's irrelevant if you have the relationship. I had clients one time that called me. I was a captive agent, Mutual Omaha, captive career agent, and they called me and said, "Man, dude, you've sent us newsletters for like 4 years." They said, "It's unreal. It's incredible." They said, "Dude, more people need to run their business like you do." They said, we get offered Medicare solutions to save us money all the time. And guess what? Because of the way you run your business, dude, we don't leave, and we ain't leaving.
Yeah, we talk to quite a few people every month, and if I talk to 100 people a month, here's the sad truth in insurance: 90 of them. I ask this all the time because there are people that I don't want to steal their business.
Yeah.
I ask them all the time, "Who's your agent?" 90% will say, "I have no idea. There was a guy. He had a face. That's about all I know." And that's a shame.
He wore pants.
I think that's
They're
a shame.
not going to remember
That's
most
on
of the time.
you. When I hear that though, I'm getting that client.
Yeah.
And when my
because
clients,
it's more about a comparison of products at that point, and less about or your chance to build the relationship over the fact that they have a relationship. If they have a relationship, I would rather have to fight against price than have to fight against a relationship.
oh, absolutely, 100%, 100%.
Seriously.
You give me, yeah, it is almost an unbeatable objective. When I call up to somebody and they say, I say, hey, what plan do you have? Oh, I have Mutual of Omaha, Plan F. Okay, I know already I can save money. They should have a Plan G.
Right.
So I know I can save money. So ding, one. And I say, okay, how long have you had it? Oh, we've had it about 3 years. Okay, who's your agent? Oh, Josh Robinson.
Really good local guy in town. You know, he bought me McDonald's.
Yeah, we meet every Friday. We drink coffee together.
He sponsors the bike ride and.
Yep, I'm out.
You know,
there's no way I can get that guy because and here's what I've even had happen. This is no lie.
You could probably
it's
save
happened
$1,000 a year, and
Yep.
they still wouldn't do it.
Here's what I've even had happen. I will go and I will say, okay, you have a Plan F, right?
Yeah.
Here with Mutual of Omaha, and you're paying $235 a month. I can get you a Plan G for $175, right? So I'm saving them $55, $60 a month, right?
Yeah.
$60 a month I can save you. Okay?
$7,200 over the next 10 years.
Yeah. I have had them say, okay, I want to think about it. Now, I'm going to ask them, what do you want to think about? What do you need to think about? Is there anything I could do to?
Is it the 10 grand I'm saving you for the same thing?
Something's not right, right? Well, I will say, eventually I will say, okay, you know what? I'm going to call you back in 2 days. You look it over, and they'll say, I need to talk to my sister. And this has happened on numerous occasions. I call them back, and they say, well, Dallas, to be honest with you, I went down to my local agent. He told me he could do the same thing, and we did it with him.
Yeah.
Now, that's frustrating, but in a way, I'm kind of proud of that guy.
Yeah.
Now, he should have done it.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I always tell him.
Wait till they come to him.
And I always tell him, hey, have him send me a thank you card.
That happens a ton, though.
It happens a lot because they remember that guy. They associate that guy. How many people? Here's what I want you to ask yourself a question. How many people call you their insurance guy? Not the guy that wrote their policy or if I were to go to your clients and say, Bob, who's your insurance guy? They'd say, oh, Mike. Mike's my insurance guy. You've established yourself as that.
True.
And,
so okay, there you go. I think that's something that most people forget is when you do a newsletter or a recipe or a game or something, try to be memorable, as in try to help them remember your name.
Yeah.
Because if they can put a name to that question, hey, who's your agent, they feel more loyal to you because they know your name versus if they don't.
It's personal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here, we want to help you guys. We also love getting help from you. Leave us a comment. What do you do to
help retain clients?
Make yourself memorable, to help retain clients? I want to give you guys, we've kind of been all over the board.
Yeah.
Get your pen and paper out. I want to give you 4 things, okay? 4 things to do that will help you retain your clients. And I'm going to go deeper than a newsletter and a thank you card and that should be normal.
Yeah.
That should be
standard.
Normal. Okay, number 1, when you are in the home, take notes. All right? Every call that I make, I've got notes. If, for example, I had a lady, her name's Kathleen. This week, I called her. She said, listen, I really want to talk to you about this. I'm paying $320 a month for my AARP. I really want to talk to you. I know I can save money, but my brother's getting ready to have surgery. I am literally in the hospital helping him get to his room. Of course, I'm going to say, you know what? Yeah, go do that. But I am making a note. And when I call Kathleen back, I'm going to say, hey, how's your brother? You know, everything come out all right? Are you okay? You know, is this a good time to call?
They respect that and feel better because that dude cared.
Absolutely.
He's like,
he remembered.
Instead of saying, hey, dude, you ready to buy that? You know, you ready to buy that? You ready to spend some money with me yet?
Yeah. Don't just remember I had AARP. Now, you remember all that stuff, but take notes.
Yeah.
Listen, people will respect you and respect that you take time to pay attention to them. People that I've heard a saying a long time ago.
Yeah.
No one will care about you until they know that you care about them. Okay.
Or how much you care, yeah.
Or how much you care, exactly.
I had a video a while back. This pertains to this subject perfectly. I did a video a while back that said, hey, price is irrelevant. People don't buy on price. Price doesn't matter. I had an actual big life insurance carrier reach out and said, hey, you know, the compliance department wants you to know that, you know, we believe that price is important, you know, and I'm like, they took the video out of context, but what they didn't get out of it was that the relationship
is more important.
And the value is way more important than whatever product they have and whatever they're paying.
I've got a lady that calls me.
It is almost irrelevant when you're selling. Like, they're buying you, they're buying the value. Everyone that buys anything always overpays. They don't care.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I have a lady. She is a truck driver, 68 years old. She's a truck driver. She calls me probably twice a month. And I always ask the same thing: where are you at, and what are you hauling?
There you go.
And she loves that. So now she'll call me, and she'll be like, Dallas, I mean, there's times when she calls me, she goes, I'm just tired. I need somebody to talk to. And I'll be like, you know what, talk away.
Call the insurance
and she'll
man.
always lead with, I'm in Utah, and I'm hauling a load of carrots. You know, she already knows that's what I'm going to ask. We have a relationship there. Yeah. She called me about, I'd say, a month ago and say, hey, you're not going to believe this. You're not the cheapest life insurance policy out there. The one you sold me, there's something cheaper out there. And I thought, oh, great. Are you kidding me? She goes, but he was horrible. The guy came in. She goes, he had to ask me my name 3 times. You know, he kept calling me Sharon, and her name's Susan. And I said, well, Sharon, that's too bad. I said, she laughed, you know. But it doesn't matter that he had a lower price product. She just told him, hey, there's no way, you know. It's
irrelevant. That's why we preach that so much to insurance agents. Everybody thinks it's based on price. That's why a lot of people struggle with telesales. It's because they think you just pitch price and you know what, they'll do it. Well, maybe some, but
you're going to get replaced.
Yes, they would rather you spend some time with them, build the relationship, build the value, do the little things like we talked about when it comes to client retention. What are some unique things that you guys do? I'm actually watching on Facebook right now. What are some unique things that you guys do to help with client retention, to help being memorable, to stay top of mind? We've given you, thank you cards, newsletters, spending time at the end of the appointment. You've actually went as far as doing like a survey so that you can do something, send them a Kit Kat bar, or, do some unique stuff. That's something like Lauren does for all of our team members. She has every new team member fill out this survey, and then she for Easter, she'll get them their favorite candy or this.
I look forward to Easter now. Here, the other thing, number 1, take notes. Pay attention, take notes. Number 2, act on what you've learned. Okay? Like you said, I love the idea of sending out a survey. Send out a 5-question survey. Do not make it business related at all.
Right. Or at the end of the appointment, say, hey, I'm just curious. I want to get to know you better. What's your favorite hobby?
Yeah. What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite hobby? What's your pet's name? How many grandkids do you have, and what's your favorite candy bar?
And which one's your favorite grandkid?
Yeah, which one's your favorite grandkid? Yeah, don't write that one down. But take action on it. You know what? If somebody sends you a referral, shame on you if you don't say thank you with something.
Yeah.
We can spend $25, up to $25 in this business. Act on it. Do something. Take some money out of your wallet. Invest in your business.
Completely.
Right?
It's the little things. It's thinking outside the box. It's not letting life happen. Like Lauren just chimed in and said, hey, I love putting the new recipe in the newsletters. They don't remember anything else about the newsletter.
They will not
except for the recipe.
Business-wise.
Like I used to put like a question, and they would call in, and it was like my chance to generate leads. I used to have the same people calling all the time. Hey, I want to win the trivia question for a gift card, or this or that. Or I'd put like a little insurance blurb or an update in my life. They didn't care about any of that.
No.
But they remember the recipe.
Remember the recipe. Jokes. People love jokes.
Yeah.
They love all that stuff.
Little crossword puzzles. Little whatever they call those things.
Okay, what we got? Question. What do we got?
Sales closer says 8%, baby. Cody, are we able to use those Medicare Facebook leads for Medicare Advantage compliantly? And if so, I want to buy some.
Yes. Do me a favor and call in right now, 833-40-AGENT. We've actually got a Medicare sale going on for open enrollment right now. Can't tell you what it is because it's too good to say on air, and I'll have to put it on video. I'll have to honor it forever. So you got to call in right now, 833-40-AGENT. Great question, sales closer. We'll see you at 8%.
Was that your mom?
We'll hook you up with some sick and crazy. I don't think so. Medicare leads. So
okay, we said take notes, take action on those notes. Number three, and this is very important. know what makes your client tick. And okay, let me give you an example. Every person is different.
Yeah.
Right? If I send out a formal newsletter to everybody, some people are going to love it, some people are not. Other people like emails. Other people like to receive a piece of paper, like a card in the mail. We've had old people. Some people like to know what's going on in your life. True. I remember we've been in houses that you and Lauren went to like 2 years before, and we go back together, and they'll say, "Wow, your last one was much better looking." You know, your last. So know what makes your people tick, and a way to do that is to ask them more and more and more questions, and then remember. And then fourthly, I want you to do this week. This week, write down your top 10 clients.
Okay.
And ask them. This is a tough question. Make them come up with something. What did you hate about what I did? Ask them, what did you dislike about what I did? Because I always want to get better. Ooh. I always want to get better. And you may get an answer. Like that. Most people are going to say, you know what, it was all good and everything like that. But make sure that when you do get some negative feedback, you don't, get
offended.
Screw you. I don't
want to be your agent.
Yeah. No, make sure you have the right response of, okay, how can I fix that? What can I do to fix that? Make yourself memorable. Before we go.
You've got to think outside the box to do that too.
Yes.
I mean, it's like,
make sure when you are calling these people, yes, you're reading your script, but give them something to remember. I've told a joke over the phone. I'll tell them, hey, when I show up, I'm going to be the great-looking bald guy that's driving the black Ford Taurus, and they'll laugh at that.
But they'll probably remember.
Yeah,
at least
they remember the bald part for sure. Be a human. Don't be a sales agent. Be a human that
relationship aspect. It's all about connecting with people, and people that connect with people tend to do much better in sales than people that don't.
Keep your clients, man.
Retain them. It's 8% Club every Friday at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. D?
We matched today. Look
Thank you, brother. We even color coordinated our outfits and our uniforms.
Looking good. What's wrong with you guys?
Come on, man. You guys got to do that too. This is 8% Club every Friday at 2, where we talk about helping you be an 8%er. 92% of agents fail. We got the Wealth Conference coming up.
We do.
And I'm ready to hang out with you and bring you some value. Focus on creating wealth in your life. We've got people like Grant Cardone, Tim Story, NFL Hall of Famer Ray Lewis, Shantae McMillan-Langhorst, Charlie Cheena, Coach Michael Burt, Olympians. I mean, it's unreal what we're bringing to you at an NFL stadium, Nissan Stadium. If you haven't got your seats, I want you to know, because I don't want you to be surprised. Ticket prices are going up 100%. Hand on the Bible, 9/15. September. You can think of it as 9/15 tonight, but it's really September the 15th of this month. So it's coming. 8 days away. 8 days away, man. It's coming, man. Make sure you grab your seat because you will never be able to pay what you're about to pay right now. Thanks for watching 8% Club. Come hang out with Dallas and Cody.
26, 27.
That's right. Appreciate you being on. Have an incredible weekend and go retain all your clients.